This is Eddie Cologne, EC Details, and in this video, we're gonna show you how to rinseless wash at home any vehicle. Let's go. So I'm gonna walk you through how I rinseless wash. Now, my way is not the right way or the perfect way. I wanna say that to be transparent. This is how I've been rinseless washing for a long time. You see, if you've ever seen a lot of my videos, you see that I do a lot of tests. Those are extreme. I never touch my car in that respect when it's not winter outside. When I'm doing a customer's car, definitely don't do that, okay? So I'm gonna walk you through how I do a rinseless wash in my home with a few products and accessories. Let's talk about what you'll need. You need a sponge or wash media. Right here, I have Iconic sponge. Use whatever sponge you have that works for you. You'll need your favorite Rinseless. So whatever your favorite is, I'm gonna show you a couple here, okay? These are some of my favorites. So Garage Therapy, Hero from ADS, DIY Details, and then Nemesis and Loki, S3 NovaCare, Hydra. Those are my favorites, right? So pick your favorite brand and then go from there. And if you're new to this and you're asking, what the heck is a rinseless wash? And what is this guy talking about? Rinseless wash is a solution that replaces your bucket soap. That is your contact wash method. That is the contact wash part of the process. So that's all it is. It's a hyper concentrate solution made with ionic surfactants, polymers to come together to make a blend that is safe to wash your car and not have to worry about rinsing it off and drying it off. That is what a rinseless wash is, to make it simple. And then what I have here is my preference, right, of a pre-treat. I'm gonna use a citrus this time. And I have Mild Deep Citrus. I have that diluted in an IK sprayer, 4-to-1. And that's gonna do all the heavy lifting for me before I contact wash it. Again, I do this step to remove all the grime, dirt, gunk, especially the muddy parts of this truck in the front, to make sure when I go in, I'm not introducing a whole bunch of mitt, dirt, and all that in my mitt, so I don't introduce marring, okay? So always do a pre-treat. This is how I do it. Rinse less means you're rinsing less and you're getting to the part where you're going to contact wash and dry. So I'm gonna walk you through my steps. Again, get yourself an APC, degreaser, whatever you like to use. I'm using a citrus at this time. We're gonna pre-treat the whole car. You can use a power washer or you can use a hose, whichever one you have available to you. And then we'll mix it up. Let's get started. Time I touch a car, before I touch a car, I always get a pre-treat. So right now I have citrus from Yum. I'm gonna do this whole side. I always go, because it's safe on all the trim plastic stuff, I always go above the equator just to get all the grit, grime, and dirt off before I contact wash with my rinseless wash. I just, like I said, I use citrus because this one's safe on all plastic exteriors, rubbers, and all that here. And like I said, I am letting it sit on the surface for the full amount. You pre-spray the car, let it sit for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we do this again. So when I go in with the pressure washer, I only have to use a lot of water once. I'm being honest. I just take my time, spray it off, get all the dirt, grime, gunk off. Then I'll go in with my contact wash. And in between the contact wash, I will check to see if there's brake dust. Where I live at, there's not a lot of brake dust, so I don't need to introduce a lot of iron remover. But there'll be a step in between where I have to do a decon. In that point in time, I can use my rinseless on top of the panel and hit it with the clay mitt to get the grit off. I'm gonna show you the spray off here so you get a vibe. What we're gonna do, you're gonna spray it off. And again, the goal is to get it as clean as possible. So we finished pre-treating the car. Now this is the simple part. This is where I get to work. I have water on the panel. I spray my rinseless wash solution using any spray you want. It could be your IK, it could be your AGS, whatever spray you want. I spray it on the panel. I go in and make sure that when you're doing a sponge, you don't go past dripping because you add more water than what you want. You just want enough solution in the sponge so then when you wipe it across the surface, no pressure. Remember, you don't have to scrub here. It picks up everything and then doesn't leave that much solution on the panel so you dry it. And here's the second part. So anytime, if you're washing and this is it, and you're just washing your car as a rinseless wash, and you're just gonna spray a sealant on it, you stop here. You dry the car, you're done. There's a second step to this because I have to get the car ready for a polishing step. And for me, what I like to do is, I always like to do a clay mitt. So with the rinseless wash solution on the panel, I go in and I use the clay mitt. I scrub the panel. I scrub it. That's horrible. Don't scrub it. I go back and forth to make sure that I get all the grit off the panel and the panel is smooth. And then I dry. Now, you're going to run into scenarios where you're going to get water spots issues. And I want to show you how to tackle those issues and as a rinseless wash process without the hose. Let's walk through that right now. So you get to the point where you're around the car, you finish cleaning it, and sometimes you have to do spot checks or water spot removing. This is an extra step. Remember, if you wash your car and that's all you're doing, and you're gonna spray sealant, dry the car, you're done rinseless washing. But I'm gonna show you how I do it here. We have water spots on this car. I wanna show you that. I'm gonna show you how I tackle it. Now, generally, water spots that are etched on like this will not come off with this water spot remover. So all I'm doing here is making sure that when I am using my water spot remover that is taking the minerals out, so when I polish it, it doesn't show up again afterwards after the paint swelling goes down. Here on the glass, etc. So with the rinseless wash, and it's all over the side of the panel. I don't know if you can see it because it's like crystallized here, but there is some etching on the glass. It's on the rims. It's actually all over. And I'm gonna rub that in all over to try to get all the water spots off. You don't need the hose again. That's a common misconception. You can see right here how it's interacting. You can see like the lines of the water spot coming down. Again, you don't need to spray a lot. I rub it in, I let it sit, and I rub it back and forth. I am gonna polish this car. But you need to neutralize the panel. So I'll come back in with my rinseless wash solution. I'll spray it. And this is at the end of the wash. This is how I do it. I take my sponge, I come back, and this is why it's imperative that your sponge is at the verge of dripping so you don't introduce a whole bunch of water. And then I dry. That's it. You could do it a different way with the pressure washer, but again, I already put that away because this is how I do it. There it is. I was able to show you how I rinseless wash at my house, in my shop, in my business. It's the same thing all over how I do it. Your way might not be my way, but this is how I treat every customer's car. This is how I treat my car when I'm not doing rinseless wash testing. I always love to pre-treat it first with whatever I'm going to use. It could be Palladium, it could be a citrus. This time I chose a citrus because I needed to get it clean as fast as possible. I introduced the hose twice. Once to spray, once to do the rims and tires, because of course you got to do the rims and tires, right? This is a customer's car. Then I put the hose away, came in with a contact wash, a clay bar, and then I was able to see that we needed a water spot treatment, and you saw how I did that. Just spray the panel, let it sit for 35 seconds, rub it in, spray it with your rinseless, clean it, you're done. It's as simple as that. You don't need to overcomplicate it. There's not 90 steps to a perfect rinseless. It's as simple as assessing, prepping, pre-spraying, rinsing, washing, drying. That's it. With that said, I'm interested to know what you all do in your rinseless wash process. Comment down below. And if you haven't yet watched this video where I show you the 5 myths of a rinseless wash, thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.